Becky from Bex and Books here today with a Friday's reads, which means obviously it is Friday down under, which is like yay because it's been a long freaking week. I haven't done any videos for YouTube, anything like that. The top 5 Wednesday I didn't even do, mainly because the topic I could not really do because it is the top 5 books that you basically DNF'd or did not finish sort of thing, and I don't have a lot of those. There wasn't really 5, so there wasn't really much for me to do on that. I would have done top series that I haven't actually finished myself, but that's probably going to be another topic and we're not really meant to do that. So there was no top 5 Wednesday, but the weekend is coming up, so I plan on doing some videos. So here I am. It's the end of the day pretty much. I am trying to get a lot of things done. There's just so many things going on, especially during the week with NaNoWriMo halfway through. Basically just everything has been crazy. So today's video I'm going to show you what I plan on reading or starting this weekend, as well as what I plan on doing, and maybe a teensy weensy book haul of like probably 3 or 4 books that I did get today, which is yay, books, woo! So I'm going to get started obviously. So first off, I want to do a little book haul. I went to QBD today, the bookshop that is a local bookshop here in Australia. There is a reward system where you become a club member, a VIP sort of thing. Hey Candace. And basically every 10 purchases you accumulate a certain percentage off your purchases each visit, each 10 times, and then by the 10th visit, whatever you've accumulated out of those 10 visits, you basically get those free credits and you can spend it on books. And I had just gotten to my 10th credit last time, and I accumulated $52 worth, and I got some books out of it, and it's like free books. Yay! I'm so excited. So it took me a while to kind of like find some books. Now I don't have Winter Yet by Marissa Meyer, and that is a book that I've been anticipating for so long. I did not pre-order it. I expected it to just be there. I know a lot of people that have had bad experiences pre-ordering, not at QBD, because I haven't really pre-ordered from QBD before, so I'm never going to say that they're bad because they are wonderful. They didn't have the book though because there was like a mix-up with their suppliers or whatnot for Australia QBD stores, so not a lot of them actually had it. So I've just gone and ordered it through them. I don't know why I didn't ever think of it before. It just did not happen in my brain. So I was more worried about Fallout 4 coming out, which I will get to that very soon. So unfortunately I will not be reading Winter this weekend, and I'm really sad because it's just, I need to know what happens. I don't want to get the ebook, but I'm contemplating getting it. I need to know what happens, and everybody on the net and everything like that is talking about it. Obviously no spoilers, but it's just I need to know. I need it in my life right now. And they did have people who actually pre-ordered it, so they had a copy in their cupboard. So I'm like, can I touch it? Can I just touch it? I am disappointed that it is matte. It isn't shiny like the other ones, but I will show you that when I actually get my copy, which of course I probably do a special video and a celebration thing and a whole winter is coming whole dub smash thing. But you know what? Enough about winter. Let's get on to what I got today. So the first one I got, I've heard so much about. Everyone keeps raving about this series. It's by Scott Westerfield and it is the Ugly series. I was a bit unsure going into this kind of book, considering it's very, once they turn 16, they get to transform from being ugly to being pretty, and it seemed a bit meh to me, but everyone kept raving about it, and I thought, well, I do have his other book ready to read called Alive, and I really want to read it, but I thought I might actually get to this one first to see what his older writing was like. Candace, please stop. So basically, I'm intrigued by it now, and I like apocalyptic dystopian sort of world, so maybe I will like it. So I got this and it was like a free book. Boom, there you go. The next one I got is a new release, yay, Colleen Hoover, November 9, which I did not get on November 9. I actually got it on Friday 13th, today. Oh my gosh. So I did get that. It is so pretty. I am in love with this cover. I'm very intrigued by it. I'm reading a lot of thrilling type books, so very soon I'm sure I will get to this because I will be wanting some romance in my life and the feels. So I have this book because I had to get a new release. And the next one I did get because everyone's been raving about it for like a million years, and he's got another book out already, and I just had to get it, and that is Ready Player One by Ernest Cline, right? Yes, it is. So very gaming style, boom, boom. I'm in love with it already. There's meant to be some 80s jokes or something in it, and that's going to be fun. So I got that one. And that was all from QBD, and then I went wandering down to Big W because I thought, hey, maybe they've got it. They don't. So, but I did find a good special. I did, so that kind of makes up for it. But what I got was You by Caroline Kepnes, and this book was only $5 and it was down from $30. I am actually currently buddy reading with this with Kerry from A Novel Experience, which is an amazing woman. She's from the UK. She makes booktube channel videos. We've been talking a lot. We found out that we're practically soul sisters. We have so much in common, including thrilling stuff, forensic, anything like that, Criminal Minds. We love it. And we decided, hey, let's buddy read together, and we started this, and I had it by ebook, and I love it so much. We're almost like practically halfway through this book, and it is amazing. It's very gripping. It doesn't feel like it's like a million pages long, which it's not a million pages long, but anyway. So I decided it's $5. I'm going to get it. Of course I am. So, and my eyes get a bit meh sometimes when I read things for too long on my ebook. So, bam. So, I am super excited to see where this book heads. I enjoy buddy reading with Kerry. You need to check out her channel. It is amazing. She's just started out, and I definitely recommend you go follow her, subscribe, whatever it's called. So this is actually one that is going to be into my Friday reads. I'm reading more of this book this weekend. We do like a few chapters or more a day. At the moment we've been like just jumping the gun because this book is so freaking exciting because we're like intensified by it. We're like, okay, we're gonna get to this chapter, but if it's really intense, let's keep going because, well, keep going for another chapter to see how it goes, because sometimes they just leave it on this like thing and you're like, I need to know like what is happening, and you have to continue with that next chapter. So that's what we've been doing, and it's very hard to put down because I'm like, oh, let's go up to chapter 14, and the next minute, you know, I am actually up to chapter 18, and I'm like, oh no, what have I done? Which is great. And I really enjoy Caroline Kepnes's writing, and her next book is apparently coming out next year, and I think it's like a sequel to this, Hidden Bodies. So I definitely want to pick that up after I've read this one and obviously when it's released. So this is a book that I'm going to be reading. I still haven't picked up Dark Places by Gillian Flynn, but I definitely hope to pick it up this weekend because I am obviously reading it in between this one. Yeah. So I'm definitely looking forward to picking this one up because, like I said, I'm in like a thriller mood at the moment, and I'm like one step ahead to reading it because I actually have a bookmark in it waiting for me. It's ready because obviously when you pick a book up, I go over to my bookmark collection and then I have to really think about what bookmark is going to go with the book and what I feel. That's why I have a lot of bookmarks, because they have to match the books, obviously. Another book I am currently actually listening to via audiobook because I've read the book a few thousand times myself. It's an Australian book by John Marston, and that is the Tomorrow series, Tomorrow When the War Began. I love this series. Like I said, I've read it 1,000 times before, and I love listening to audiobooks, especially when I'm rereading a book because it's a different adventure and a different feel to the book. I love that's obviously an Australian reader. This book follows 7 17-year-old Australian teenagers, and they, after Christmas, they decide that they want to go up bush to go feral for a few days, with girls and guys all joining in. Their parents were evening and ahhing about it because it is like the Wirrawee show happening, and that is basically where the town gets together and celebrates Commemoration Day, I believe, in this novel world in Australia. So it's kind of like a fate festival sort of thing. So half of them are basically like living on a farm, and the other half basically like live in town. So they figure this is their last chance to basically do something fun before year 12 starts, which is their last year of high school. So they finally get permission and go to what is called Hell. And that is just a place that they call this big crater style ditch in like the middle of nowhere. So they go camping there for 5 days. They see a whole bunch of planes fly past, like hundreds and hundreds of them, and they think it's weird, but then they're trying to say that, oh, you know, it's probably coming back from Commem Day, and then they start to realize how sus it is because these people were not flying. They were flying without their lights on, but they didn't see it as suspicious until they get funny feeling when they are heading back home, and they get to the lead character, who is the narrator, Ali, her house, and they find out that her dogs are dead basically, and no one's been in that house for what looks like a few days. So then they go to each of their houses. There's no electricity, they don't know what's going on, and then they realize that everybody in basically Australia is being held hostage by a whole bunch of terrorists that wants their land, basically everybody's land in Australia. So it follows these 17-year-olds as they try to come to terms with their lives changing. It's not unrealistic what they can get up to, how they live off the land, because that's basically Australian for you, especially if you're farmers. Hi Candace, you want some attention. So I really enjoy this novel and how they grow in each of the books as their own people, and how they change when certain incidents happen. I really wanted to pick this book up again, and like I said, I decided to do this as an audiobook instead this time around, and they are quite short novels. I guess like you would call them teenage young adult books. I wouldn't classify them as teenage books, which sometimes you do find them in, but there's about 7, I believe, all up, plus then you have the Aftermath, which is an extra 3 books, and I believe those ones are just as good because not a lot of people have an aftermath of a war, and how certain characters play out afterwards, and whether they go back to certain activities or what happens. So I definitely recommend these books. I practically did a review on it without meaning to. But I definitely hope to, especially if I'm driving, to continue listening to this via audiobook. It definitely keeps me company while I drive to work and back. And the last book that I plan on picking up this weekend, because I can, is my Fallout 4 Survival Guide. It is the collector's edition. It's not really a reading book, but it is a guide to the game. I am obsessed with Fallout 4. It has come out on Tuesday, I believe, so I've been trying to juggle everything from my NaNoWriMo writing, which I will get to in a second, as well as reading my books, working, being an adult, and trying to find time to not become too obsessed over Fallout 4. I haven't played it at all yet today or yesterday. I did want to play it, but I had to catch up with Criminal Minds episodes and read a couple of chapters of books and catch up on YouTube videos, which has been really crazy, as well as write some more for NaNoWriMo. But I absolutely love this book. Gives you all little insiders and stuff like that. It's so exciting. Fallout is, if you do not know, a game where a nuclear bomb goes off and you are running to your vault, and this is what's happening in this one. Basically, you go down into the vault. I'm not going to explain what happens and what the storyline is basically about because you need to play it to find out yourself. But basically, you come out of the vault and it's like 200 years later. You've been like frozen sort of thing in your little incubator, and you come out of this vault and you find the world changed. Obviously, the aftermath of the bomb, you go back to your house, you find your little robot man Cogsworth there, which I love that name because Beauty and the Beast, and it's just all happening. Like, you find hideous creatures that have been completely deformed through radiation poisoning, and basically they obviously grow to be some crazy beast. But it's a game that I've been hanging out for over a year now. I really want to play it now, but I'm trying to get everything done. So yes, I love Fallout and I'm super excited to finally have it and play it. I've got all weekend to do it all, so yay! I try to do everything in between. Now, NaNoWriMo, I have gotten I've gotten about like close to 10,000 words, and I know you're meant to have 50,000, that's the goal. I haven't obviously reached that goal that I'm meant to have because I've been focusing on just too many things and I'm just like going insane over it. So basically I'm trying to catch up a little bit and focus on my writing, and that also helps when I play Fallout because it's like an apocalyptic kind of world, and that gives me great ideas for my story. And yeah, so I always keep a notepad and pen handy so I can write some ideas down and write some of my parts when I get like inspiration struck. So yes. Also, I'm pretty thrilled because I finally got my new tattoo. Yes, that's happening. So it's a bow and arrow. A lot of people are going to be like, hey, Katniss, like Hunger Games. It's not the only reason for that tattoo. So first off, I'm Sagittarius. Didn't want the centaur, just wanted the bow and arrow part. Second of all, there's so many different meaning for strength and to keep on ahead. That's another reason for the bow and arrow. And thirdly, just by chance, it's about the Hunger Games, so it just happens. So bam, I love it. It's fantastic. So I can't wait to get like a Harry Potter inspired one. So anyway guys, I know I've been rambling a lot. For the only video I've done all week, it's going to be like the longest. So that is all for me today. So I'll leave all my links down below of my Instagram, my Twitter page, and my Goodreads. So if you wish to follow me on those and keep updated with what I'm doing with NaNoWriMo and my reading, I normally keep those ones up to date. Feel free to add me. I'm more than happy. Send me a hello DM. I'm not fast. I love receiving messages from everybody. Yeah, so I guess I should like let this go because it's getting darker and the lighting's shocking and I am the Batman, but shh, don't tell anyone. I'm just saying, you've never seen me and Batman in the same place at the same time. Eh? Eh? Yeah, that's what I thought. But that is all for me today. Thank you very much for watching it and sticking through to the end. If you have, please give this a thumbs up for some Friday reads, Fallout 4, and some NaNoWriMo. And I will see you guys in my next video, which I hope to make more regular. It's gonna happen, I tell ya. Please subscribe if you wish to receive notifications when I upload another video. If you wish, I do subscribe back if you've got your own YouTube channel. I do love to see other people's videos and what they've been up to and any kind of tags that you guys have. But until next time, I will see you then. Happy reading. Bye.